Hi, this is for Jackson, and we're gonna show a little bit of stuff we talked about on your first lesson. On our left hand, we have these fingers are numbered. This is number 1, this is number 2, number 3, and number 4. The fourth finger we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We refer to those numbers. We also refer to our strings as 1, which is this one, the highest string. It's not, when we talk about up and down, higher and lower in music, we're not talking about directions in space. We're talking about pitch or the sound. So if I'm putting my finger here and I'm going up, all those sounds are getting higher. Okay, and this is our highest string. It's also the first string. Okay, this one here is the second string. This one here is the third string. And this one here is the fourth string. Okay, we got 4 fingers, we got 4 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to take our 4th finger. We also have frets on this thing, and you can see these things, markers that are up and down your instrument there. This first little line here is fret number 1. Then when we move up, that's number 2, and we can push down on those places and get sounds. 3, 4. When we see that first marker there, that's the 5th fret of the first string. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our 4th finger, put it on the first string, 5th fret, and we're going to push down real hard with that finger, and we're just going to play that note right there. 5th fret, 1st string, 4th finger. Now we're going to take our 3rd finger, we're going to go to the 4th fret of the 1st string. Push down real hard. That's a good one. This will be hard at first, trust me. We're going to go to, with our 2nd finger, we're going to the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And then, with our 1st finger, we're going to the 2nd fret of the 1st string. Now we're going to do the same sequence on the 2nd string, which is this guy right here. Right, the one I'm tapping on right there. We're going to put our 4th finger on the 2nd string, 5th fret, and play that note. Push down real hard on that, right straight on top. You want to keep your knuckles, both of your knuckles bent. We like to see that. That's called the claw. You don't want to let your fingers flop over like this. This will be a little unnatural at first, but you'll get used to it. This is called the claw. We want to play that 5th fret of the 2nd string with our 4th finger. Then we're going to take our 3rd finger. We're going to go down to the 4th fret of the 2nd string. If you can see that, there we go. That's maybe a little better. Push down real hard. We're going to continue down with all the frets on that 2nd string, and we're using all 4 fingers. Now we're going to go to the 3rd string. Same deal. We're going to use our 4th finger on the 5th fret. We're actually just hit it once. We're going down onto each consecutive fret from 5 to 2 with our 4th through 1st finger on the 3rd string. And then on the final string, on the 4th string, we're going to do the same thing. 5th fret, 4th finger, 4th string. Now that's going to be really hard at first, but it'll get easier. And what we call this exercise is the caterpillar. You want to get to where you can go in sequence. This looks a lot easier than it's going to be for you at first. Just like that. Okay. This is going to be a lot of work, and we'll get together via the internet next week, and we'll go through some of the first chords that I sent you. It's going to be hard. It's going to be too much for you to try to bite off. Right now, I want you to work on getting your fingers strong, playing the caterpillar. You can play it in both directions if you want to. One at a time, but this is just a good exercise. Get your fingers in shape. Go backwards if you like, starting on the 2nd fret of the 4th string with our 1st finger. It looks real easy when I do it, but trust me, that's going to be real challenging. And just focus on the 1st string at first. Just etc., etc. Some of those chords, I'm not even going to try to show you now because we got to build our fingers up first and get our fingers strong before we can start playing chords. But that's what we'll talk about this next week on, I think you're on Tuesdays, right? Or Wednesdays? Tuesdays. So we'll get together and go through some of those chords I sent you. But those chords are on the chart I sent you. The weekly compilation, okay? See you next week, buddy. Work hard.